Hey guys, and welcome back to Time's Ticking, your number one source for unique horological content. For those of you who are new, my name is Jake, and assuming you've already read the title of today's video, some of you might be thinking it looks a bit familiar. Well, that's because a few weeks ago we made a video called the 10 things you probably didn't already know about Victorinox. And we had such great feedback on that video, we decided to make a part 2, but about TAG Heuer. So make sure to stick with me through this intro because we're about to dive deep into the history of this massive luxury brand. Beginning in 1860 in the small town of Heuer, Switzerland, TAG Heuer is known as one of the most famous luxury watch brands of modern times. In the history of about a century and a half, this company has revolutionized the idea of different timekeeping devices. The company now consists of about 170 brand boutiques employing over 1,600 people all over the world. This luxury watch brand is known to venture not only in the luxury watchmaking regime, but also markets fashion accessories, eyewear, and mobile phones under the name of TAG Heuer. There are some facts you probably don't know about this technology conglomerate, but don't worry, I'm here to fill you in. And the first fact today is that the original name wasn't TAG Heuer. What you know is TAG Heuer. What you don't know about this company is Uhrenmanufaktur Heuer. This incredible watchmaking company began as a small home-based venture known as Uhrenmanufaktur Heuer in the small town of St. Emir under Eduard Heuer, who was a Swiss watchmaker and was the son of a shoemaker, and Heuer's obsession brought him towards the watchmaking industry. The company continued for more than 100 years under the same name, but in 1985, a Luxembourg-based group called TAG Group purchased a major stake in the company, thereby forming the TAG Heuer as we know today. The Heuer part of the name still honors the founder of the watch company, Eduard Heuer, who started this venture in the first place. Number 2, the mechanical stopwatch you may or may not use is based on TAG Heuer technology of 1887. The precise and accurate stopwatches we use today for timing the events are based on the technology that was first patented by the founder of Heuer Watchmaking Company, Eduard Heuer, in 1887, more than 130 years ago. Eduard, due to his obsession towards timekeeping devices, was keen to making his place in this industry. He ultimately developed an oscillating pinion, which became the basis for manufacturing the simplified chronograph. Later, this technology was refined to produce the most precise chronographs of the time. Number 3, TAG Heuer had the first Swiss stopwatch to go to space. After the Soviets succeeded in putting the first man into space, Yuri Gagarin, the American counterparts found themselves in a space race. They had their plans to put a man, John Glenn, into space as the first American around the Earth's orbit. The complexity of missions carried out in space required NASA to equip the pilot with the most precise timekeeping devices. The skill of extreme precision in timekeeping belonged to none other than the Heuer watches of that time. On February 20th of 1962, John Glenn orbited the Earth 3 times wearing a Heuer 2915A, which is still preserved in a museum in Washington, D.C. In this way, one of the firsts achieved by Heuer watches was to be the first Swiss chronograph to go to space. Number 4, the company almost went bankrupt. You might consider TAG Heuer to play in gold oceans today considering the luxury of the brand, but the company has seen the bad times for its part. In the mid-1970s, when the USA adopted floating exchange rates rather than the gold standard, the company found itself almost bankrupt because the prices of its watches skyrocketed within a year or so, because of the highly increased exchange rate of Swiss currency as compared to the US dollar. The economic recession took a major toll on the buying power of the American populace, and luxury goods found their sales decreasing very sharply. The company eventually recovered when the recession of the US economy recovered after some years. Number 5. This is less of a fact and more of a showcase of a watch you should be aware of, the connected Modular 45. The territory of making smartwatches bearing Android and Apple operating systems, as we know, belongs to major smartphone manufacturers such as Apple, Samsung, Motorola, and Heuer. But the smartwatches from these manufacturers fade in comparison when it comes to TAG Heuer Connected Modular 45, the in-house smartwatch from the company. The blingiest smartwatch of the world, Connected Modular 45, is lavishly covered in 589 diamonds and costs a jaw-dropping $180,000. Number 6. TAG Heuer was blamed for copying Seiko. When TAG Heuer released the Caliber 1887 chronograph, it found itself in the hot waters. The company was blamed for copying the design of the Seiko TC78 chronograph. Although TAG Heuer repeatedly claimed that Caliber 1887 was the product of their in-house design, the company later admitted that it bought the intellectual property from Seiko. Any luxury item is made famous when the highly acknowledged celebrities wear it while shooting their works. That is the very case with the famous Heuer Monaco, which was particularly made famous by Steve McQueen when he chose this watch to wear during the shoot of the film Le Mans. The film was released in 1971, in which he played the role of the driver Michael Delaney. The watch had a dark blue dial with silver and red parts, enclosed in a steel case. Steve McQueen also wore a jacket in that movie that bore the badge of Chronograph Heuer. The same watch was sold at an auction later with a hefty price tag of $799,500. The precision and accuracy associated with the Heuer watches was once again proved to be true when the company developed the famous Heuer micrograph. The timepiece developed in 1916 was so accurate that it could measure up to 1/100th of a second. The movement of this device was beating at a rate of 360,000 vibrations per hour, which is 10 times faster than the devices we have today, which beat at 36,000 vibrations per hour. Owing to the extreme precision of the original micrograph by TAG Heuer, the company was awarded the contract for the official timekeeper of the Olympics, as no other watchmaking company had that precision at that time. Later, the company also developed the technology for a chronograph that could measure time accurately up to 1/2000th of a second. Number 9, and I'm sorry for this pronunciation, but TAG is an abbreviation for Technique dAvant Garde. The very name of TAG Heuer bears luxury. The full name of TAG is Technique dAvant Garde, which means pushing the levels beyond what is accepted to be the status quo. When the name is so lavish, the luxury in the goods built by such a company is bound to be otherworldly. Number 10. From 1935 to 1940, the Heuer watchmaking company made chronographs for the pilots of Luftwaffe, the aerial warfare branch of the German forces. The precision associated with the Heuer watches of that time led the German forces to choose them. Heuer had previously developed timepieces to be used on the dashboards of planes, boats, and cars since 1911. The luxury and reliability of the timepieces manufactured by this company has definitely flourished over a century and a half of experience. So that's it for today's 10 facts of TAG Heuer. Let me know down in the comments below what you did or didn't know, and I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, make sure to give it a like, and if you'd like to see more content from us, you can subscribe right here. And as always, if you need any help repairing your watch, the link to our website is right here. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.